Harry Gurney tweeted this a couple of days ago about club cricket. Quote, all club cricket should be T20 or 100, etc. It would lead to increased participation at grassroots level. More exciting for younger generations and done and dusted in 3 hours so people who work long hours can enjoy family time at weekends alongside it. Discuss, Mark Butcher. When you saw that and you saw some of the reactions, what did you make of it?
Well, I thought it was a brave thing to tweet to start with. And, you know, he knows Harry better than I do, but it felt a little bit like there was a fishing line being thrown out there, and it certainly got 1 or 2 bites. I think that there are many elements to this. Going back to my days playing club cricket for the mighty Cheam cricket club in the late 80s, I remember coming off at the end of sort of a 7-8 hour game, losing draw, you know, unbelievably frustrated that you spent all of that time. Some of the guys had not bowled, some of the guys had not batted. It was never a happy balance between playing those all-day matches, getting what I wanted out of it as a potential sort of professional cricketer, and also sort of like the entertainment and fun factor. Things then moved on in the Surrey Championship that have Premier Leagues, and so the starts would go from being sort of 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, went to 11 o'clock. And that chased away a lot of the sort of senior players, guys who maybe played some first-class cricket, guys who played second-11 cricket, fellas who are that little bit older that might have, you know, kids or whatever, and their participation throughout the entirety of a Saturday then got called into question, and they dropped out. And so the standards perhaps weren't as high as they might have been 5-10 years previous to that. However, on Harry's tweet, most of the people that play, and participation, as far as I can tell, is as high as it's ever been in cricket at the moment, are playing it recreationally, and sort of us, old pros or whatever, telling them how they should spend their Saturdays and Sundays is probably not going to go down very well, and with good reason. There is definitely, you know, there's definitely space for playing shorter formats of the game, giving people the option to play shorter formats. I personally think that a 50-over match is long enough, you know, limited overs, 50 overs, 5 bowlers aside, so that pretty much everybody participates, is a long enough game for a result. Well, it has to be a result for a team to play on a Saturday. And that anything longer than that, or anything that requires declarations or, you know, draws, losing draws, etc., I don't think that there's any need for it, but that's my view.
The point being is, surely, I think what Harry might be trying to say is there's a big drop-off, isn't there, from like 17, people go off and do other stuff. If it was short, fun, 12 till 3 and a barbecue afterwards and a beer or two, that would encourage the enjoyment factor. Would you see that's the way it should be played, or is club cricket still about producing a Stuart Broad or a Mark Butcher for Cheam?
I mean, it's a really interesting debate because, in my opinion, we're not looking to find the next Joe Root in league cricket on a Saturday. I think a lot of people play league cricket on a Saturday or Sunday to have fun with the friends, as a social thing, something to look forward to all week when they're working. And, I mean, I would be attracted to playing a T20 from 11 till 2 or 2:30, have a barbecue after. You sort of get everything you want from that. The socialising with your friends, the enjoyment, the win-loss factor, and it's not taking up your whole day. But then there's another point to that with the shorter formats, that if you're paying your subs and you're taking up 4 hours of your day, in a T20 there's many occasions, if you're a number 6, 7 batsman and, you know, someone who bowls a bit, you might not do anything. So you're there for 4 hours and you don't bat.
Same as the all-day games.
Yeah. You don't bat, you don't bowl, and then you walk away and go, what am I doing? What's the point of me going?
At least you're only fielding for 20 overs, not 50.
But in a 50, you're going to have more opportunity to participate, do you think, because of the length of the game, potentially?
One thing I will say to you, though, is that getting to where you've got to as a professional cricketer, professional bowler, you would have played a lot of long-form club cricket. It's all very well you saying now that you'd go back and play. You'd like to go and play 20-over games. It'd be good fun. Well, yeah, so that's my point, you know. In order to get where you've got to, you had to spend a bit more time, play longer forms of the game, sort of learn about line and length, etc., etc. So there is room for all of those things, you know. And I would be worried. I'd be slightly concerned if all recreational cricket was turned, well, more than slightly, I'd be very, very concerned if all recreational cricket on the weekends was turned into something that was based around the barbecues and things afterwards. People play the game for all kinds of different reasons, and telling them that it only should be about enjoyment and fun, whereas some people actually take it very, very seriously. either with a view to becoming professionals or even just because that's how competitive they are. That's what they like to do at the weekends. There's no reason we should tell them that that's not something they should do.
Well, our director, who plays a bit of club cricket, badly, but he does play club cricket, he says there's only like over 40s playing or under 18, so the age group from 20 to 30 just aren't there. I mean, that's a big hole that should be addressed, needs to be addressed.
It is.
100 might take off as well. That's a shorter form. The other thing with T20 now, I mean, the professional game, 2003 it first started, first year, 2.5 hours done and dusted. Now it's 3 hours. IPL might be 4 hours 10 at some point.
Regularly.
That is a big problem if you're making the shorter game blow out like that.
Yeah, sure. But again, you know, I think you find that in club cricket the over rates tend not to be an issue, unless you're doing it deliberately, which you can do when you're looking for your 1 point for a losing draw. You know,
You've got to be in your bonnet about those losing draws.
Well, I couldn't stand them. They still annoy me to this day, walking off the park for, you know, for a point or something like that. But, you know, these things are... this game, you know, 50 overs is a long time. We know it's a long game because we played enough of them as professionals. That's a 7, 8, 9 hour day, isn't it? However, a 40-over match, which is the first professional cricket that I played with 40-over games, Sunday League rules, was a brilliant game of cricket. Brilliant. Long enough for it to be proper, short enough for it not to take up all day. There is an answer in there somewhere. Right.